Okay, yo, Faceful Acme here. Thank you guys so much for 10k subs, man. From the title, you guys will probably see that I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Yo, so I was editing this, and I just realized I didn't introduce myself. So, hello, my name is Eric Reprid. R-E-P-R-I-D. Not Reprid, not Reprid, not retard, Reprid. This is exactly how it's spelled. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I've been doing music for about 2 years now. When I was 17, I wanted to leave school to do music, and my parents were like, no, you can't do that. You're too young. So I tried to give school another semester to see if I could do music and also do school at the same time. I was studying business at the time, and I found out you can't. So me and my parents finally settled on a deal, and the deal was that I have 2 years to make $6,000 a month off of music, and if I can't do that, then I gotta go back to school. So that was 2 years ago, and the deal ends May of this year. So yeah, you know, I don't know, I'm feeling good though. I think we could definitely hit that goal. So yeah, I left school. I started doing music full time with my friend Mark, who's my producer, and yeah, we just started emailing people, making music. We started dropping a song a week, and we found out that didn't really work because you can't rush the creative process, right? I have no idea how Russ did it. Like we tried to copy Russ. Yo, that man did it all himself. I'm just not that talented, I guess. And then my mom wanted me to get a job since I didn't do school. I ended up getting a background acting job, and I worked on like Riverdale, Supergirl, some Disney stuff, and it was pretty fun. I did that for about 6 months, and after that I was like, fuck, I gotta go full time music, like all music. So I stopped doing that, and that was about January or February of last year. And ever since then I've just been music all the way, you know. But it's tough though, like when you drop out of school, like you're not in the system anymore, you know, so nobody's telling you when to sleep, nobody's telling you when to do anything. I'm still getting adjusted to this lifestyle because my whole life I've been told like you gotta go to class, you gotta go do homework after class, you gotta go to basketball, you gotta do all that stuff. And now it's just kind of like I do whatever I want. And not lately, this past 2 years, like my sleep's been fucked. My eating habits have been fucked. Everything's just been fucked because like we don't have like a schedule. Like me and Mark, we just wake up and make music, you know, and email people and make videos, you know. Sometimes we'll sleep at like 4 a.m. Sometimes we'll sleep at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m. Wake up at 12, you know. Keep on going, like every day the same thing. And another thing is like this shit gets lonely, bro. Like ever since I left school, like I cut off all my friends except for like a couple, you know. Like I don't have a social life, I don't have any like intimate relationships because I can't afford to be distracted right now. Like I only got 5 months left of the deal, so I need to get that money. You know, and personally, like I don't take money that seriously, but just because of the deal, like I need to get that money. You know, I know I talk a lot about it in my songs and shit, but I'm not really like a materialistic guy. I'm not really like into that kind of stuff. But yeah, one of the biggest things though for anybody out here that's trying to do their own stuff, like be an entrepreneur or like get into the music industry, one of the biggest things is you need to fix your mind first. You need to fix how you perceive life in general. And I think that's important for every human being, but especially if you're trying to do something out of the system, you know. Like if you have a job, like it's easy to just let go because people are like telling you what to do every day, you know. You have to get to work, you have to, you know, go to the gym, whatever. You have like a set schedule, but there's a lot of bullshit that you need to get rid of before you can really get into doing what you want to do yourself. So one of the main things, like I knew that at a pretty young age. So when I was in grade 12, me and Mark used to download like, you know, those motivational videos on YouTube. We used to put those on our phones and just listen to them all day during school, you know. When we like get food at lunch, we just drive and then plug the phone into the car and just play the tapes, you know, just brainwash ourselves into thinking that way because we had a lot of negative thought loops, and the kids around us all had like this victim mentality, you know. Like, oh, this test is so hard, people just pitied themselves too much, and like really self-pity is like the worst thing. So just fix here, you know? Like in the past 2 years I've done a lot of like self-development and like finding myself spiritually, I guess you could say, because it's crucial, you know what I mean? I think it's crucial if you want to live a happy life, you know, to get yourself right, not just physically but also mentally and emotionally and spiritually, you know. Like a great resource, a great book if you're ever feeling stressed, if you ever have anxiety, is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The man's is from Vancouver, so you know, shout out Eckhart Tolle, man. I've read the book about 3 times already. I have it on physical copy and also on audiobook form. If you don't like reading like with your eyes, you can read with your ears. Just download the audiobook and like follow it, man. Like the book will take you through kind of like this meditative process, you know, and it'll put all your problems into perspective. So, you know, once you realize that you have no problem in the now, unless like your house is burning down, you kind of let go of everything. And like you find peace, honestly. And I think that's the best way to do it, not through fucking drugs and shit. You'll never get anything done if you fucking do drugs all day. Like, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, fix yourself mentally, and like it's a grind. Like, you just gotta put the work in, you know. Whatever you want to do, just put the work in. It's not like I've really even achieved anything, but I'm just saying, like, there's so much work that needs to be done. Just reaching 10K subs, considering how much work we put in and how much time it took, it just puts it in perspective, because it's nowhere, you know what I mean? Like, we put so much work into getting barely anywhere, so it just means like there's so much work to be done, you know, that's not even conceivable. But yeah, I want to thank all you guys again just for supporting the music, and if you want to help push it, I got an Instagram page called the Reprids. Just go follow that. I'll follow you back on there. It's kind of like a page where the OGs all, you know, can be like, I'm gonna cap the page at one point, so there'll only be a certain number of people that are able to be in that page, but pretty much you guys will get like early previews on new videos and new music, exclusive OG merch, and all I ask in return is, like, when we post something, either share it with your friends or, you know, post it on your Instagram story if you want to, and yeah. Also follow me on Instagram too. I'm trying to get that page to 10K. I'm trying to get everything to 10K. It's at 7106 right now, so still a ways to go, but there's my cat right there. Oh, big boy.
That's a big boy. Wow, so beautiful.
That's pretty much it, so
Shut up!
Dude, I need the teacher to speak. Speak! Speak! I'm gonna get a candy. Speak!